Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 11th June 2026 Aries. Insights shared by the family member could lead to possible ways to increase your income. Expect to handle a lot of paperwork regarding money, but this is a positive development and definitely should have you feeling good after the situation. This is a great day to do in-depth study. Your intuition is high and you're apt to see things through the superficial appearances to the heart in any matter. Taurus, if you need to execute legal papers of any kind, you couldn't find a better day to do it. Relationships, particularly romantic ones, should be especially warm, supportive, and rewarding. New and interesting people could cross your path. You might feel an intentional bond with at least one of them. If you are romantically involved, you could expect something exciting today. Gemini, home and family are apt to be your primary focus today. Work around the house might have you in a lot of ties. You might want to spruce up the place and make it look more beautiful. Gardening could be especially rewarding, and if you wanted to try some recipes from a new cookbook, this is the day to do it. Your creative impulses regarding food are at an all-time high. Cancer, today a strong sense of destiny could lead you to someone new, either a potential close friend or prospective romantic partner. You're apt to feel especially protective toward this person, and even though he or she is new to you, you could feel as if you've known this person forever. Artistic activities benefit from increased intuition. Physical and mental energy combined could result in great things. Leo, volatile emotions may come to the surface among the members of your household today. This could prove irritating for you, but try to avoid becoming involved in other quarrels. At times like this, a lot could be said that shouldn't be said, and apologies won't necessarily wipe it out. This is a great day to get some work done around the house as your physical energy is at an all-time high. Virgo, someone distraught or angry, perhaps a relative, might phone you today expecting a sympathetic air and soothing words. You'll be more than able to provide them. This is a great day for writing, whether a letter to a friend or the first chapter of a novel. Your ability with words is operating at a high level, and if you're planning to teach or mentor, know that the words will freely flow. Libra, a lost possession could be recovered today. A gift either for money or long-desired item of some kind could bring tears to your eyes. Your sense of self-worth should be at a high this time and could cause you to feel nurturing towards everyone around you. New opportunities for increasing your income could be nearby, so please make the most of it. Scorpio, today should prove to be a wonderful day. Your physical energy is good and you should be looking and feeling wonderful. Though you'll probably want to spend most of the day at home, you're likely to attract lots of interesting people in intriguing fields based on your aura. Your ability to express your feelings is also high, so expect some stimulating conversations about whatever strikes your fancy. Sagittarius, today you might feel as if you're walking around in a daze, but it's a good daze. Your imagination and artistic abilities are sharp. Your intuition is especially tuned and your thoughts and feelings of others are more apparent than you realize. You might feel unusually restless at some point and consider getting in a workout or at least go for a walk. These endorphins will get to flow. Capricorn, a group with which you're affiliated with could suddenly seem to grow closer. A family bond could develop among its members. One of the members could suddenly appear to you in a new light, and a romantic attraction might develop. Whether you pursue it or not depends on your situation, but you're still feeling closer to your friends right now. Some intimate conversations could take place, and discussions will surely tighten the bond. Aquarius, family members might want to get out in the world today, perhaps to attend a festivity or rally. This is an excellent day to do this kind of thing, and you should be feeling especially energetic and enthusiastic, and you're likely to attract some interesting people. Expect your mind to be stimulated by speeches given by public figures, so hop in the car and get moving. Pisces, family members who live far away might be planning to visit you, and you could discuss it to some length today. A lot of phone calls or emails could be exchanged. You might be considering a move to another state or country, but you aren't likely to make definite plans right now. Whatever your plans are, however, they're likely to prove exciting and cause you to anticipate the future. Enjoy them in full measure. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 11th June 2026. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Well, it's Thursday morning. Here we are again in each other's company. I always look forward to it. Now, on Thursdays, we normally have 3 features. Yeah, so you get a little extra time with us on a Thursday, so we're excited about that. But you know how we normally do. We need to go over to our news department and see what we're working with there.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. My name is Timothy Polio. Time now for the news. For children facing some of their toughest days in hospital, the road to recovery just became a little brighter. Patients at the Millennium Heights Medical Complex are now being welcomed into a newly refurbished pediatric ward, transformed through a partnership with the Bank of St. Lucia.
When we partnered with MHMC on this project, our goal was simple: to help create a safe, comfortable, and uplifting space where our children can heal.
This project fit very well with our ethos and our mission. Our mission is to empower people to succeed in all areas of their lives.
The AC $75,000 project has created a more colorful, comforting, and child-friendly environment designed to support healing while easing the experience for young patients and their families. As St. Lucia grapples with a troubling rise in gun violence, one community organization says the fight against crime must begin long before young people reach the streets. Men of Faith Ministries is intensifying its efforts to steer at-risk youth away from criminal activity, while urging patients or parents and fathers to take a more active role in shaping the lives of their children.
I believe that the problem starts at infancy. There are different signs that parents should pay attention to that should be corrected. When a child passes the age of moral accountability, yes, they're responsible for their rights and wrongs, but it is the parent's responsibility to make sure that that child is groomed and raised in the way that he or she should.
The ministry believes that stronger families, mentorship, and early intervention are critical weapons in the battle against crime. We continue the broadcast with news that as Cuba continues to grapple with economic and energy challenges, supporters in St. Lucia are ensuring the island nation does not stand alone. On Saturday, members of the St. Lucia Cuba Friendship Association, alongside diplomats, graduates, artists, and community supporters, gathered in Castries to reaffirm their solidarity with the Cuban people and recognize Cuba's long-standing contributions to education, healthcare, and regional development.
The Cuban people, they make do, they adapt quickly, notwithstanding what they're going through. Despite these challenges, the Cuban people continue to demonstrate remarkable resistance, determination, and optimism.
The gathering also featured cultural performances and tributes recognizing Cuba's achievements despite difficult circumstances. The Cuban ambassador provided an update on the daily struggles faced by the Cuban people, including economic, financial, and energy-related difficulties. Finally, from us this morning, hundreds of young St. Lucians are said to immerse themselves in culture, creativity, and self-expression as the Cultural Development Foundation prepares for another edition of its flagship Youth Summer Arts Platform. Scheduled to run from July 23rd to August the 21st, 2026, the 4-week program will engage participants aged 7 to 17 in a wide range of artistic disciplines while nurturing the next generation of cultural ambassadors.
This year, our theme is Our 758, Our Traditions, Folk and Wood, where we are placing a special emphasis on creative writing and the oral traditions. We have, of course, a number of activities that happens during the camp: steel pan, drama, traditional dance, drumming, and this year we are also trying once again in keeping with our cultural icon for 2026.
Organizers say the initiative remains a vital tool in preserving St. Lucia's heritage and encouraging young people to embrace their identity through the arts. That's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Our next news major is at noon, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Right, thank you guys. Let's take a short break again, but we will be back. Stay with us. What do you know, man? she celebrated her birthday. We got the opportunity to spend some time with her on her birthday while she marked another milestone again, having the center up at the college being renamed in her honor. You know what? It was just wonderful to celebrate 80 years with Dame Pearlette Louisy. What a momentous occasion. What an absolute joy to be able to be sitting here with you, celebrating not just your 80th birthday, but also the renaming of this faculty, one of the most major offices within the college. But I think it's no surprise to you. I think by now you have an understanding of the impact that you've had in so many ways on the education, on the culture, and on St. Lucia in general. So congratulations on that as well. But obviously it doesn't beat the fact that we want to know exactly how you feel at this moment that this is done in your honor.
Yes, in fact, I'm deeply moved by this way of honoring me, if you want to put it that way. And the college has been my life, as I said, for almost 50 years, and I'm very much attached to the institution and to education in general, particularly to higher education. So it is really an honor to have the building named after me. As I said, I spent quite a bit of time in that particular building. So,
did you ever envision all of this as a little girl growing up in Labrie 80 some years ago? Did you envision, or did you set out? Was that a mission set out, or this is just how life has transitioned and allowed you to serve? Because to be able to impact not just your era of time, but to listen to the students now and hear how they're viewing you, how you have impacted even the ones of today. So you have been impacted from then to now. That's generational. Not very many people can boast of that. So did you ever envision, as a little girl growing up in Labrie, that this was the impact that you were going to ever have?
Not at all. Never. When I said my wildest dreams, in fact, it was not even something that you even thought of or even knew about and say, okay, that's what I'm working towards. But when I look back, and I have to admit, I worked hard. It's true, nature gave me a little bit of intellect.
Right. Well, according to your peers here, that's not how they view it. Obviously, you were the star girl in terms of academics.
Yeah, so but I always said to myself, I came from very humble beginnings. So I just worked and I said, I have to do it for myself, by myself, but with the help of others. In fact, I know that I owe a debt of gratitude to the community of Labrie that nurtured me.
Absolutely.
And then afterwards, when I left and came to Castries, to the wider community at school and beyond. And even then, now with the public. Because if your behavior or your attitude is such that
they're going to hold you accountable.
They're going to accountable. So they have been very supportive, everybody, and so I've been very pleased with it. And as I tell myself always, I know where I came from, and I say to myself, I have received much. To whom much is given, much is expected.
Absolutely.
I have climbed up the ladder. What some would say the ladder of success, and I suppose that is true. And I have always told myself that in climbing up, I'm never going to keep the rungs down.
Absolutely.
There are others to come after me, and my own, vision of life is, in any position you put in, you have an obligation of stewardship. And stewardship is, taking what you got there, building on it, and leaving it in a much better position than we found it. So that has been, what has guided both my personal life and my professional life. So this is, I know many young people look to me and say, thank you very much for your service. And that, that brings me, satisfaction. Even sometimes I do complain and say, oh, leave me alone, I'm old or something. I'm retired, I tell everybody. But then I say, I will do it as long as I can.
Absolutely.
It is my way of saying thank you to my community, to my country, and to my people. I have done what I could. I've done my best. I probably could have done better, but I'm satisfied with what I did, and so I want to say thank you. So that's why I still remain involved in a lot of organizations, so that even if I don't have a big, initiative, but the small things
they do add up. They do matter. James, I want to take the opportunity to say all the very best to you. Happy birthday and all of the accomplishments and all that you have contributed to this land and the Caribbean and women in general. We want to say thank you and all the best.
Okay, thank you very much.
Wonderful. Coming Saturday, there's going to be a vigil planned, remembering Joy, but also keeping the awareness on as to, what really transpired, how it transpired, the fact that she did everything in her power to have safeguarded herself from this unfortunate situation happening, but yet still it happened. So her loved ones have planned a vigil, and it's on this Saturday. Let's find out some more. We're here because Drey recently was impacted by, it's no secret to anybody, the tragic situation in which we lost Joy recently. Yes. And Joy is also
she is related to you in some way.
Absolutely. So, yes. So we have a vigil that is planned.
Yes.
And it's more so, for persons to come on out and let their voices be heard.
Yes.
Because we've had so many of these things happening and yet still we are just here going through the motions every time.
Yes. And I think the fact that Joy has done so much in terms of doing what was necessary to safeguard her life. Yes. And the fact that even on that day when this incident happened, that she made a report. There was a report. There were reports there. So the fact that, all of this happened and still by the end of that day, she was dead. So I thought it was best to do this vigil because we've had orders, but it's just to bring awareness to people and especially...
That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. We can take it from there. We are right. We're good. I have you. You have me. We had you that day. Yes. We go in there. We're taking it from there. Right. So just continue.
Yes. So especially... I'm a mother of two daughters and a young one who is 16 years old. It has really hit home with Joy because I've known Joy for quite a number of years, her being a part of my family. And I thought that, let's bring more awareness to...
Because today for Joy, it could be tomorrow for me or you or somebody else.
Yeah. And Maureen, you have a daughter too.
I do.
You can know persons, especially with young daughters, how they feel, even though they're not in the situation, but how as a parent you would feel losing your daughter to such violence, even though she has done everything
that was required
power to
avoid,
safeguard herself and avoid this, but then it happens. So now what we can do is to bring awareness and hope for change.
Absolutely. Hope for change. Let's get into the vigil. When would it be? What time? Where would it be?
Okay, so the vigil would be on Saturday, the 13th of June at 6 p.m. Well, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Serenity Park.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yes. Persons wishing to come on out, what should they know? Is there anything that we should know with candles? What do we do?
So what you do is walk with your candles. We have a full program. Of course, Maureen would be one of our speakers. So, yes, we have a full program, and you walk with your candles. What we ask is that you don't litter. There would be garbage bins around, so you walk with your candles. Just be mindful of the candles after you finish using them. Don't dispose of them in the garbage bins. Lit,
yeah.
Okay? Or you can, better yet, you go with your candles.
Yeah.
All right? So we want this to go smooth. The police would be there. We also have them present. So everything would be there. We just want something to go, it to be smooth.
Yes.
More or less. So
Yeah.
just, a peaceful vigil. And this more or less is to bring awareness.
Right. Some people were of the opinion, they were misguided that it was a walk, but it's not a walk. It's just a vigil.
Not a walk. It's a vigil because it's stated on the flyer. It's a vigil.
Right.
Yes. So
Wonderful.
the flyers out there, all news agency, they have the flyers. So
absolutely.
That's what it's a
All right.
vigil.
Well, we look forward to, if you decide to come on out on Saturday as well, at Serenity Park from 6 to 9.
6 to 9 p.m.
Right.
Yes.
Walk with your candles. And let's come. I mean, you might be saying to yourself, well, we've had so many of those, but you know what? What Jesus had said to do it how many times? 70 times 7. Well, yeah, sometimes you just keep the mood on, because you probably might figure that, you know what, well, we're not getting anywhere if we keep doing this. So let's stop. No, I don't think we should stop. I think we should keep the pressure on. I think we should continue to culminate. I think we should continue to find ourselves in where we can continue to resonate. And this is not, we're not happy about this stage.
Joy was just 24 years old, and there have been, even though there are others before her, I think the fact that she has done everything
right, that part
to prevented this, I think that is what made a
another
huge
wake-up call.
difference. Yes.
Yeah, another
so
wake-up call.
Let's hope for change. Let's hope in our judicial system. Let's hope for change, and so that no other mother, no other family has to go through this.
I agree. Thank you, Drey. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. Well, she's dubbed herself Delusion, because normally we say Grenlucian. I say Grenlucian for me because it's Grenadian Lucian. She's a Dominican Lucian, but she said that dumb Lucian is sung into right. In true Nacheal fashion, she said, let's dub it Delusion instead. Let's meet Nacheal. For those of you who have not yet met her, trust me, you will be excited. Let's meet the Dominican / Dom Lucian. We call it because they call me Grand Lucian. So I had to call it Dom Lucian. Dom Lucian. No, well, Diane's really singing right, but anyway. And we try to dumb down the dumb a little bit so you don't come out so harsh.
Delusion.
Yeah, Delusion, that's there. That's better. Right. So Nacheal is a singing name. Your government name is?
Nacheal. I use Nacheal for everything.
For everything. So Nacheal last name is what?
Walsh.
Nacheal Walsh is a Dominican, been living in St. Lucia. She loved the vibe here. I mean, Dominica, St. Lucia, we have that partnership going on. There's no two ways about it.
Yes,
you understand? So this is no surprise to us that this partnership here has flourished into something amazing like this one. We have had Calypsonian before. Was it, who was it? We had Bingo. Bingo had been to Dominica already.
He's still there.
He's
still
over there.
competing.
Right. So he is in the competition.
He's actually
over
on
there.
our executive right now.
Come on, let's talk about it. So, right, we exchanged. And we brought over Nacheal, and Nacheal is over here. Entered into the Calypso ring, and man, they are loving your energy. Not they, we are loving your energy. You're bringing such a vibe to the thing, man.
St. Lucians are lovely people, I must say. When I sang Wednesday, I got an anchor.
That's
that
right.
Nobody better than
no
me.
better than me.
Let me tell you.
That's a powerful song. The message is so relatable. You understand? And you deliver it with such passion. It's hard not to love it, you know. No, they might not understand. So give them a little bit for me, please. Because they need to understand. If they miss 10, you miss that. Give it a little bit for me, please, Nash.
Well, let me give you that one. You drive in a chrome-plated motor car, thinking that's the thing that makes you a star. You looking at me waiting on the cartridge bus, and you treat me like I am a piece of dust. But if the tire bursts and the engine fails, you just another man on the dusty trail. The money in your pocket pocket is a fleeting thing, but the dignity I carry makes me a queen. Nobody better than me. I say I'm not better than nobody. No way. Nobody better than me. That's the rule from the high court judge to the boy in school. So when you turn your nose and you pass your place to criticize my clothes or the look on my face, remember the soul is what the Creator sees, and nobody better than me.
That is it. Very well delivered. Two powerful songs going into the competition,
definitely.
and you're there. You're in the competition.
I'm there.
You're there with who? Is it KPT? Who are you with?
TOT.
TOT. You're there with TOT. You
Yes.
performed on Friday. Yes,
Yes,
that's
sir.
where I saw you.
Yes.
Certainly. So what has it been like? I mean, getting in. We could look up from the outside and decide we know what's going on, but for you on a personal level, what has been the entry like? What has been,
Well, this is my second year here. To be honest, there are some challenges given the fact that, it's not the same vibe as back in Dominica.
right.
And, I'm new to certain things, producers here and all these kind of things. But I love the vibe. I'm transitioning easy into everything, and everybody is just like a family, so everything is easier.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, just let me give them a little backstory, because you're like the first runner-up for Dominica.
Yes,
for this year.
Yes.
Right. And so you're going for it. You're coming here, and then you're also going to be taking part in another competition repping Dominica St. Lucia.
Yes, Montserrat.
The
Queens
Montserrat
of Queens,
Queens of
with
Queens.
all the queens across the Caribbean.
There you go. Girl, we want to wish you all the best. Are you on social? How can we follow what's going on with you?
Nacheal Walsh, same name on Facebook, TikTok. I'm a content creator. I do songs as well. So you might see some covers of St. Lucian Calypso soon.
Absolutely.
Because I did Dominica. And don't forget, I'm doing the Power Soca.
Yes.
Mechanic Girl, look out for me.
Oh, gosh. Girl. She has a lot of energy. Her personality is big, So you say Miss Big Personality, like Mr. Big Personality. But certainly, your energy is infectious. And I can see us really, really getting
And to be
know
honest,
you.
I don't really know the Creole patois 100%. Back in the days, the old people would teach it. But St. Lucia, they speak it so much.
You're picking up the thing
I had to put it in the song. And let me tell you, when I tell you mechanic girl, I'm not talking about just the vehicles,
Yes, sir.
You understand?
You're fixing things.
I fixing it, but it have some things we cannot fix. So when I say, problem ça là, comment c'est pété tête, les mots gade gearbox là t'es mal fait, voici à pourri, break ça fini, il passe à couille, mi cochonne.
On that note,
we'll see.
Now I shall see you. We'll see you around, baby.
Okay.
And that's where we wrap up our Thursday morning show. I hope you're inspired somewhere. Yeah, motivated somehow to go on out there and face whatever the day may brings. All right? Remember to ground yourself, cover your children before you leave this house. So be please and thank you. There's a lot of forces that you don't even know that you're battling with. So here's something that I want you to ponder upon as you're going out there. I got to read it. The brains, like I said, we're in shutdown mode already. People call others' pain a punishment for their karma, but somehow see their own suffering as a divine test. Yeah. You understand? It's true. Every time you see somebody else going through something, karma, they're paying for their deeds. That's what we say. They're paying for their deeds. But when we find ourselves in struggle, it's a test, a divine test. Listen, man. It's just the human nature. But enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And we'll be back again tomorrow for another show.